true indeed with you. Holy Circle Gaming. Thank you for rocking with your boy like always. Definitely a privilege and an honor to do as such. Y'all see what we getting into. We back at it. Marvel Puzzle Quest. Continuing the series. Man, it's been a minute, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it right off top. Still in the middle of the Soul season, as you well see. Got a couple events jumping off. If you're jumping off on this Wednesday, of course, you know you got that lightning round that's been jumping off for today. That normally happens every Wednesday. Definitely not bad action if you really want to get your lightning round. I really don't talk about it too much. Not for anything else. It's just in a lightning round. You know, it's not really too much to play for unless you need some heroic tokens. If you really need some heroic tokens, which ain't a bad thing to really have, this is a good way to get your hands on a few. But I will preface this by saying there's a lot of people who get down on these old lightning round games, and you definitely got to be on your A game if you're going to be in your lightning round. So, definitely something to look forward to. That Behold Thanos. That's that Thanos action, y'all. Let me let y'all know what y'all playing for in that Thanos real quick. If you're going to be playing in the Thanos event, which just kicked off today, War Machine is going to be what you're playing for, and that Spider-Man is what you're going to be playing for too. And we're going to talk about that Spider-Man momentarily, so give me a few minutes on that. We're definitely going to dive into that Spider-Man. That's what we're talking about today on today's topic, is that revamped Spider-Man. But we're going to get into that momentarily. We got that S.h.i.e.l.d. event jumping off as well. I got some work to do on the S.h.i.e.l.d. event. I'm not going to front. I haven't been really using coins to kind of hold my position to really move up. But I really got to start pushing and moving on that S.h.i.e.l.d. event jumping off. Other things that's going on, you got Venom Bomb upcoming. You got the Deadpool competition that's jumping off right now. That Venom Bomb competition looks like it's going to be featuring... you're going to be featuring Hawkeye on that Venom Bomb event. So Hawkeye is what you're going to be utilizing, looks like. It looks like it's going to be Hawkeye and Thor, which is going to be good. But look at what you see here. See that little New School Vulture? That's that New School Vulture that they was featuring if you was playing the Sinister Six event. This is that New School Vulture that they were kicking around for a little bit. And I guess they're going to go ahead and introduce them to the fold. So... just to give you a little quick look-see about this Vulture, I'll probably get a little bit more into it if I get my hands on one. But just give you a little bit of like thoughts and ideas about this Vulture real fast. Getting in position to strike, goes airborne for 2 turns at the start of your turn. If he was airborne, gain 3 green AP, 2 blue AP, and 1 black AP. That's pretty strong if you need to really upgrade and revamp your color scheme real fast. I'm not mad at that. Really not mad at that. You get him airborne, and at the start of your turn, if he was airborne, you get those colors off top. Not mad, not mad. And I guess when you get down to like the top end rank of that thing, you get 4 green, 3 blue, 2 black, and 1 red. Man, if you can't tell me that ain't gonna help you as far as like building up, that's not bad at all. 1 fell swoop. Now with this one. It creates a 3-turn countdown that does 815 damage. You could deal damage to the enemy team instead if he was airborne, which that kind of works hand in hand with circling prey. You know who's another person who could utilize that? What is her name? The Riri Williams could utilize this one as well. If you work them 2 in tandem, I think they'll be a good combo as far as like throwing them in the air without necessarily having to use circling prey. But it definitely works out as well. When you get him at more of the top end, he does about 3,000 damage. I think more top end is maybe once you get the leveling up, probably looks more like 6. But that's definitely not bad at all. Then Hybrid Tech Slicer. This right here does 611 damage and destroys 2 strike, protect, or attack tiles. That's pretty strong. That's a pretty strong character as far as a 4-star character is concerned. There's not too many bad things about it. It's not really like a really high-end, high-volume damage character. But Vulture could do some things, man. I'm not mad at that at all. Not mad at that at all. But that's going to be upcoming when you get ready to play the Venom Bomb. So that's going to be starting off, looks like tomorrow. So once this Deadpool finishes out, this Venom Bomb's going to kick in. So it's definitely worth getting your hands on and working on that. I'm going to get into some pulls. I got a few things to pull today, so we're going to get into that. But you know what I want to talk about? I wanted to get into this this New School Spider-Man. I want to show y'all little tidbits about this New School Spider-Man. We'll rock with this one. I don't care. So this new school, not the new school Spider-Man. Let me rephrase that. It's the revamped Spider-Man. So now when they revamped this Spider-Man, what they did was this: instead of utilizing the yellow ability that heals, they basically flipped it to do a yellow that does damage. Now, when I rank Spider-Man in my top three stars, I ranked them okay, but I think it was relatively, I think it was like low tier, maybe like mid tier, third tier, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like mid third tier. I gotta go back and revisit that. But when I ranked them originally, I think it was mid third tier or low second tier. But I know he wasn't a top tier character for sure. I don't think he was in my top 20. Now the reason why was because he didn't have any attacking ability to go along with it. Now, I guess that was heard not just by me, but by a lot of people who utilize Spider-Man, and that's why Spider-Man wasn't getting a lot of run on my teams, because even though he did gobs amount of healing at any point in time, it's just with no attacking ability, just being a pure support character, he normally doesn't get a lot of run on anybody's team. But when they changed it, when the going gets through, and now he does 7k worth of damage, ooh, that's pretty good. Now, you still get the all tied up, which still definitely does what it's supposed to do. Quick, small doses, stun a character for 2 to 3 turns if need be. I'm not mad at that, but you got to have a web tile that kicks off. And the one thing about it is that now, I don't think it throws off any web tiles. That's the one thing that they changed. It makes a friendly purple. The spider sense stayed the same, where it doesn't really generate any web tiles. All tied up, something before 1 turn or 2 turns. Then he converts. Then he converts 1. So all tied up is going to be key, I guess, in order to change over and give additional damage to Spider Sense and additional healing for Spider Sense and maybe some additional help for all tied up. But when the going gets through, man, this changeover right here, I mean, to do 12k worth of damage for a 3-star character if one character is down, that's pretty beefy. I'm not going to front. That's pretty beefy. Now you got to really consider throwing him on your team. Now, the problem that I had with Spider-Man before is the team and combination of teams I used to work with him before is not the combination I think I would rock with him now. Now, I was digging through, and I was trying to see some of my 3 stars, some of my 4 stars, and maybe see what type of combinations I would work with him. And I think the best combination I came up with them would probably be this, at least, and maybe check me if I'm wrong. If y'all have some better combinations, y'all let me know. I like Iron Man, Spider-Man. I like that combination because what I think I would utilize first is this. I will utilize Iron Man so he can kind of jump off and do his thing. Go ahead and get the first 6 yellows off the board, recharge, and get them blues and greens and all that stuff cooking. I would definitely utilize that for sure. Then Spider-Man, I would basically utilize the pinks and whatnot for healing. And then you have a choice of what you'll want to do here. Now, for me, what I would do, I would probably go with somebody like Black Widow in this instance, because at least with Black Widow I could do a couple of things. I could put those purple tiles to use and utilize them for Black Widow, and even though I'm getting like protection from them, I can still put them to use and generate some greens. I don't really have anything to kind of funnel the yellow with currently. The right character that you could probably do this with is Sandman, believe it or not. Just my Sandman is not the right way to cook it. So you could go, instead of maybe doing Black Widow, if you have a Sandman that could generate some yellows for you, that may be all the better. But then you'll have to have a decision about who's going to utilize the yellows. But at least if you have a Sandman to generate yellows, you could definitely get 6k off of Spider-Man when he's maxed out. But this is a combination I've been working with, or one of a few that I've been toying with. But throw me some combinations out there to let me know what works, what doesn't work, what combinations that's maybe more beneficial to you when you're running with your Spider-Man. But that change to Spider-Man is really, really, really good. I really like it a lot. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and Start banging away on this one real fast. This is actually a shield event that I'm working on right now, just to kind of get my shield up, points up. Now you see how that Spider-Man kicks off with the 6th Sense already? And I'm getting those yellows already cooking. Now I could already keep rolling those yellows already, but what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take these yellows here, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and recharge first. And the reason why I recharge and not waited to kind of kick off when the going gets through in this instance, because I really want to get some more green action first, so I can make sure Black Widow kind of do her thing. That's the reason why that was the whole thing about using this particular combination, and which at this point in time has been working for me pretty fluidly. If I'm not mad at all at how fluidly it's actually been working, but pretty fluidly thus far. And so when I get this combination play here, at least I got the reds working right here. So now I got Black Widow in a much better position to kind of do a couple things. Now I could go pistol and definitely do some things with pistol off top, but I'm definitely going to hold on to these reds just for a quick moment. I could definitely go all tied up for sure, but I think I'm going to go ballistic salvo in this instance and go that direction to maybe get some team. No, I'm not. I'm going to go this. We're going to go right here and go web tile 2 turns right here. And now go ahead and re-up these blues real quick. What I really was looking for more so for some more purples to kind of drop down a cascade for me, but it's not working out to be that way. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the. Oh, I should have went the other one. That was my bad. I should have went these purples here instead of the other two. That was my bad. I should have went the opposite way. But no worries on that. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go deceptive tactics. Maybe the right play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll wait to play. We'll wait to play. We're gonna wait to play. Maybe waiting to play was the wrong thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. We can do that. We'll do this. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go 4, 5, 6. We'll do this. Do that combination of play right there. What I'm doing here is generate some more greens real fast. Then from here, I could do a couple of things, but I think the one thing I would like to do is I'm going to go ahead and sniper rifle. I'm not going to play around too much. I'm going to go ahead and sniper rifle off angle here. And the reason why I want to do that is so I could go ahead and get that team damage working, and it shot around all the special tiles, which was definitely good too. Then I could do a couple of things here. I could either A, Unibeam, in which that's probably as 5k worth of damage. I could B, pistol, and maybe reset up and do some things off the pistol, which I could pistol here and here, and maybe create some pink so I can re-up the greens. That's not a bad idea either. And I could go all tied up if necessary. I don't think all tied up's gonna. Oh yeah, it'll work on it'll definitely work on Silver Surfer as well. But let's do this. Let's get creative a little bit. This is not what I would normally do, but let's try this. Let's go pistol in this instance. Get the drop down. Create another Cascade 5. And from here, I don't have enough greens on the board, but at the very least, I have it set up so I could do some things with deceptive tactics if necessary. I could go all tied up again and maybe slow them down a play or two, maybe get some web tiles on the board if necessary. But you notice some web tiles haven't really been doing too much. I could go ballistic salvo. That's another solid play as well. I could probably set that up. And I know they're going to go die hard and kind of re-up real fast, but this is the reason why I was thinking ballistic salvo, because at least I could get 23 damage here, and it'll give me a little bit of drop down. Not mad at that. Not a bad play. Not a bad play, and I still have the 11 reds I could work for. I definitely need some yellows here. Let's go ahead and get that Wolverine out the way so he doesn't re-up no energy. And that Old Man Logan, I forgot who told me to get off of that Old Man Logan, but that was a very smart play. to get off that Old Man Logan. So I don't have Old Man Logan on my squad anymore. So I forgot who said. I think it was Jonathan or somebody on the board who has said to get off of that Old Man Logan. That's the other thing I'm gonna talk to y'all about in a quick second. You know, maybe I need to make some changes to my roster. I'm gonna have y'all take a look at my roster. And y'all, if y'all feel I need to make some changes to my roster that makes some real good sense, you know, definitely let me know. Cause I'm not 100% like locked into a bunch of characters. Oh, don't do that. It's always in the corner. You know, I'm not totally like, oh, I'm completely I'm completely in love with my squad where I would never ever break it up. I'm gonna go with this one right here. We're gonna go in the going gets through here. And see if Spider-Man or somebody was in real trouble, or if Iron Man or somebody was in real trouble, in which they're not. But I could have unit beamed a while ago and got this out of the way, but I really kind of read up just to go ahead and get the going gets through. Just so you could kind of see when them 12, you know, when them 12 yellows is there, you could definitely do some damage to some teams. Now, the trippy thing about Spider-Man is that, do y'all think that yellow is a little bit too high to do that 6k worth of damage? Now, I know y'all would think that maybe if it was 9 versus 12 it would be a no-brainer, but being 12 yellows, it's not the fact that it's horrible to get those 12 yellows, it's just it does take a little bit of time to really kind of work those 12 yellows out, as you well see. I could have got them off top always, but it does take a little bit of time to kind of work those out as well. Now, another combination I would work with Spider-Man, let me go ahead and heal him up. Instead of doing Iron Man, maybe you could do somebody like Thor. Now, that's another direction you could possibly go in. I could go with my 3-star Thor and maybe go that direction. And the reason why you could go Thor is that the reds that's generated from Thor could generate some yellows that can help Spider-Man. And then if you don't want to use them to help Spider-Man, you can use those greens to help Black Widow. Now, that's another kind of combination you could kind of go with as well. At least ways that I was thinking to maybe utilize Spider-Man. Because this is kind of the real kicker right now. It's like the real kicker is, since they changed him and made him better, you know, how are you going to utilize him? And that's going to be a problem early. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Yeah, I'm about to go yellow. Even though he's going to take a few of these away, I'm about to go yellow. That's not horrible. I thought what he was going to do, I thought he was going to really like pick apart those yellows. He didn't, but he matched up a few though. And that's not a bad scramble. No sleep on Loki either. Just because I don't have him on my team, that doesn't mean I don't like him. It's just I don't have him on my team simply because I never got the proper pools to have him on my team. Now, I may make some room to catch Loki on my squad. I do like him because being able to like switch the board up at will is definitely a good look as well. We're going to go 3 here. Just Fury early. Wow. Let's see. What can we do? Should we go with the all tied up action? Or no, we're going to keep banging away. So bang away on the purples like we've been doing. Nothing too crazy on this particular board so far. We're still up. That jab is going to be a little bit of a problem. No, it actually fell in position. That actually does a dual set of work that we need. That's not bad. But that's going to hurt Black Widow. Wow. That's going to hurt Black Widow a lot. Let's see. Let's go with this. Let's go here. Let's get these greens cooking. Here. Let's go. Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that. We're going to do all that. And I know Loki's going to go super crazy and try to get a whole bunch of stuff up. But I'm going to try to take him completely out of play. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to try to keep him. I'm going to get him completely out of play. That's the game plan. That's the game plan, to get them completely out of play. And the only way I could do that is I could go ahead and get this sniper rifle off. We're gonna pop it. We'll pop it right here. That's not a bad spot to be. We'll pop it right here. Take it completely out of play. Loki should be able to go. He'll drop down pretty quick. I'm gonna get some greens to kind of help a little bit. And then from here, what I could do with the Spider-Man, I could do one of two things here. Now with Spider-Man, I could go ahead and take out I can take out Luke Cage. I can take out Magneto. I have enough reds to maybe do a little bit more damage. Let's go ahead and do this though. Let's go ahead and take out Luke Cage, because I guess he'll be able to do a little bit of damage. So Luke Cage could go first. Then I'll go ahead and drop the yellows here to give me a little bit of action. Not much. I thought I was going to place a little bit better than that. We'll get some yellows cooking here. I could cook some greens too. Don't get it wrong. I mean, I could definitely cook some greens too. Because greens will help. Greens will help a little bit. But it doesn't matter at this point. I could go a couple of ways here. I think the way I'm going to go here, I'm going to go with this yellow combination with green. Then Call of the Storm could get me out of the door. Yeah, and we're out the door with Call of the Storm. So that combination works too. Now that's the combination where I kind of feature a few different things. You saw how Black Widow kind of did her thing. You saw Spider-Man do his thing, even though Black Widow took a lot of damage. It's only because Magneto was able to get those blues off pretty fast. So it took a little bit of time to develop. And not a crazy amount of time, but it did take a little bit of time to develop. But it still worked out just the same. Now, let me show you my squad. Y'all had a chance to get a taste of it. If you haven't been following along, I did take out that old man Logan, subbed him out already. I put in Star-Lord and that 5-star Black Widow instead. No major changes at the top. I think the only thing I did change, if I'm not mistaken, I added Cloak and Dagger. And the reason why I added Cloak and Dagger was really because of an event that was jumping off, and I needed that Cloak and Dagger for our team event. So that's the reason why I added Cloak and Dagger. I had one, put them on, went with that. Everything else has been pretty stat quo, but that's the squad. If y'all feel I should make some changes to the squad, definitely let me know. I know they're not going to put a lot of push on this Gwenpool right now, but I kind of like my Gwenpool, so I don't want to get completely away from Gwenpool. But I know that they're going to pull Gwenpool out of the rotation for a little bit as far as like drops is concerned. A couple of things I have working. I have an Invisible Woman in the hole. The Punisher. I got a Hood in the hole. I do have a Loki in the hole, so I'm still thinking about putting Loki on. I have that Venom there in the hole. I have Blade. I do have a Ragnarok I could work with, and this Daken I could sell. But I'll sell it in a minute. Don't worry about that. And we got some pulls to get into. So let's go ahead and get these pulls off real fast. I'll let y'all know what we're pulling for. In the old school Taco Vault, since I waited to do those pulls. I have the old school Taco Vault to work with. Here's the new school Taco Vault. We'll talk about that momentarily. What else do we have? I got one of those. I got a post Homecoming. We'll pull that one as well. I got a post Real McCoy. We'll pull that one. That Behold Thanos is on the one upcoming. I will bang away a little bit of that so y'all can see what's going on with that. I have 9 Elite, 8 Standard. Not too many of each today, so this pull will definitely go a little bit faster. Let me know how y'all pulls are going. Are y'all pulls going pretty good? Have y'all been having better success than what I've been having? For me, my pulls have been really stat quo. A lot of bottom end pulls. Nothing really spectacular. I'm not going to front. But I've been looking to get some good ones, man. I'm due for a good pull session. Something like that to get a 3-star out of the standards is definitely something good there, and it doubles up with Star-Lord. Oh yeah, we'll take that for sure. That is definitely a good pull coming off the standard. We really needed that. That helps. That pull right there has been much better than what I've been getting in about 4 or 5 standard pull sessions. I had a lot more coins to get that, a lot more covers to get that done. Now, these are the elites right here. Hopefully you get a 3-star 2 out of here. Last go round we didn't get that many 3 stars out of the elite. But we're getting some good 3 stars now. That's the Iron Man right there. Not mad. Good pull. Need him to kind of upgrade. Back to back with Black Panther. Like that. This cover pull session has been going a lot better than the last couple of cover pull sessions. If y'all want to kind of see what those cover pull sessions were looking like and how shabby they were, look at my previous couple of videos and you could definitely see how shabby them cover pulls were happening. I don't know if it was a timing in which I was making no pulls. I don't know if it was just I was just getting bad draws. I don't know what's going on. D3 Go was giving me the blues the last couple of weeks, so I didn't get no real fire action. But now that's really much better. Let's pull this real McCoy. I don't have the stats on here, but I guess you get an upgraded chance to get a beast if it's a 3 star. Everything else is kind of stat quo. And we did get a 3. There's a good chance that this is beast. What y'all think? Y'all think that's going to be beast? You know what? I think it's not. I think it's going to be somebody else. It's Kamala Khan. I like that. Kamala Khan's a good look, and it doubles up. Gives me another Star-Lord. Oh, yeah. We'll work that out for sure. Definitely upgrading Star-Lord more sooner than later. We'll pull this homecoming event in a moment. That features that new school Spider-Man, that 5-star one. And we'll definitely get into that momentarily. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. I don't remember what was in the previous Taco Vault. I don't remember what was top end and what was bottom end, but hopefully, Iron Man, or Iron Fist, excuse me, that one was top end for sure. I know he was in the 3-star top end, and that's a good pull coming out of the old school Taco Vault. Because normally post Taco Vault, you don't really get a good shot of getting some stuff, but yeah, we'll definitely take that for sure. That's a good pull. 1,000 ISO aid. We could definitely use all the ISO aid I could get right now. I ain't gonna front. I mean, it was to the point. I remember I was down to the point where I was down to like 30k worth of ISO aid, and I couldn't do much in anything. So anything ISO aid wise is gonna be better. 500 ISO 8. Now I'm cool with getting ISO 8 versus getting the 1 stars and 2 stars. That's for sure. At least at this juncture in time, because I don't use any of my 1 stars or 2 stars. My 1 star and 2 star covers typically just goes into ISO 8 anyway. That's another 500 right there. But let's get something on the top end though. Can we get another like Iron Fist or somebody to hit that top end action? Maybe a 4 star? Maybe? That's a 2 star Thor. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know, I would rather have the ISO 8, but I'm not mad at all. Let's see what we got here. We got 2 more cracks at this. This is the old school Taco Vault. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully y'all pulls has been going pretty solid. This is a pretty solid cover pull session. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it at all. I really wish I had a few more 3 stars to go with it, but my 3 stars has been doubling up pretty good. So I'm not even mad at that at all. Health packs, I could definitely use the health packs. I'm not gonna front, especially if it's a big amount, and it is. I could definitely use that. That's definitely a pretty solid pull. Now, in the new school Taco Vault, you're looking at that War Machine. You're looking at the Thing. That legendary coin could always get some run for sure. Kamala Khan's in this mix. You have Quicksilver in the mix. You have Scarlet Witch in the mix. Who else is in there? Vision's in the mix. Doctor Strange is in the mix. An extra crack at Iron Man, Doctor Doom, another extra crack at Scarlet Witch, or yeah, an extra crack at Scarlet Witch. There's a Thanos and a Loki in there. So not bad for the Taco Vault. Will it have any major impact? Yeah, some of the top end stuff give me some impact. War Machine won't make me or break me. I had War Machine for a period of time. Got off of him a while ago. I got off of War Machine because I wasn't getting a lot of push with him. I never got covers to match up with War Machine. Maybe if I got some down the line. Same thing with the Thing. I had a Thing on my line a while back when I was first getting 4 stars. But kind of got off of both of those to get some different 4 stars that I kind of been working with a lot better. Just some ISO 8 as well. I'm not mad. Not mad at all. I know they were both bottom end, but I'm not mad at those. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and take a look to see how we shake these all out. Let's get rid of all the 1 stars. This session we pulled 6 1 stars. In this session we also pulled 12 2 stars. That's not bad. Not bad. Let's go ahead and upgrade a little bit. Upgrade that Iron Fist. He moves up to 176. Definitely been getting a lot of run. Kamala Khan will move up to 180, who's also was getting a lot of run, especially in my team event. 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, Black Panther 188, definitely good there as well. Iron Man will get a little bit of push, 169. Not mad at that. Definitely the better I could upgrade him, the better my squad's going to be, of course. And then that Daredevil moves up to 187. Not mad at that as well. So all of those got some move up action. Let's go ahead and upgrade to Star-Lord too. So we got that one on the Star-Lord, and we got the bit of both. So both of those will move him up to 102. So definitely moving up for sure. I'm not 100% sold on how he works, but I'm kind of work with him. Star-Lord, I've been having in the squad, kind of pulling enough covers to make him work, so definitely not mad at that at all. And let's go ahead and get this last one out the way. I got one that I needed to pull. I believe it was the Spider-Man. Now this one gives me a chance to get that new school 5-star Spider-Man that everybody was talking about. Kind of like that one. And there's other 5-stars you could get too. So that's not the only one, but you get the best chance of getting that new school 5-star Spider-Man, in which I may sub out a 5-star to put him on. I might. If it's a 4-star, I'll definitely work with most 4-stars too. This is basically like having a legendary coin, by the way. So if you have one of these, what did you pull? If you got one of these homecoming tokens, what cover did you pull? Did you pull that 5-star Spider-Man? Did you pull a 4-star? Or did you pull another 5-star that you could work with? Let's see what I got. It's a 4-star. It's definitely a 4-star, so I'm not mad at it being a 4-star. Hopefully it hits a 4-star that is good that I already have. Let's go. Agent Coulson. Well, man. Agent Coulson. I don't know. And this one's a swap. When you make a match while you have 6 more team up tiles, spend 2 team up ATs with 2 run random. Why? You can reduce the timer. Reducing the timer by 1 is not a bad thing. I'm not mad at that either. That's not horrible. I don't know. Because, see, let me know if that's actually a good pull or not. I wasn't big on Agent Coulson, but if I had to put him in, who do I take out? So if I had to put Agent Coulson in, do I take out Cloak and Dagger? Do I take out Rocket and Groot? Do I take out Sandman? You know, who do I take out if I have to put him in? Because I'm not going to just put him on just because. I don't know. I don't know how much I really like that or not. But we'll see. We'll see. I have to kick that around and think about that one for a second. But let's recap. Spider-Man. Find some ways to utilize Spider-Man. That 3-star Spider-Man. Also, let me know if you got that 5-star Spider-Man. I heard that 5-star Spider-Man was very fire too. And I don't have one just yet to really show you. But when I get my hands on one, I'll definitely let you know how it gets down. But I definitely like that 3-star Spider-Man. The way that they've made the changeover to it. So I would rate Spider-Man much higher now. Now, how much higher? We'll see. Something that when I redo the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star conversation, we'll let you know how we re-rank them. But until that time, we'll do this again. My name is True Indeed, of course. Y'all know who I represent. I represent Holy Circle Gaming. Like always, is God above everything. Until the next time, family, we'll do this again soon. Salute.